So Starlink has once again made some significant changes in the way the pause feature is going to work. They have also eliminated a specific roam plan, but on the flip side, there are some discounts available on the Starlink Standard, and for those that qualify in select areas, some discounted residential service. Come and join us for all the details. Hi, I'm Dan from the MIRC Resource Center. So thousands of Starlink users woke up to an email this morning alerting them of some pretty significant changes to the way the pause feature is going to work on the roam plans going forward. So up to this point, if you wanted to pause your service, you were able to pause it for any amount of time and not incur any monthly charges while it was paused. Well, going forward, Starlink is morphing this pause into a standby feature, and now you are going to pay $5 a month in the US to keep your service on standby, but for that you're going to get unlimited low-speed data. Now this isn't fast data at all. This is about 500 kilobytes per second while you're in standby mode. This is good for basic texting, maybe some web browsing, maybe some basic security, but for most people this is going to be pretty slow. If you received the email and your Starlink service is currently paused, it probably alerted you that you need to opt into this new standby mode or your service line is going to be canceled if you don't do anything in the next 30 days. Don't stress about that. If your line gets canceled, you can just reactivate at another time. If you choose to move forward going into the standby mode for $5 a month, then you will immediately get the unlimited low-speed data. Now one nice advantage of this, having this low-speed data always available, is when you want to unpause your Starlink to use on a regular roam plan, you will now be able to get that two-factor authentication like the email or text message coming to your device, since there is some connection to the internet to bring that into your device. So I guess that is one good way to look at it. Now, one of the interesting things that has changed with this new standby mode is Starlink has made it available to residential users. So if you are using residential service at a cabin or somewhere part-time, you can now effectively pause or put your service on standby when you're not using it, where this was not available before to residential users. You had to cancel your service or you had to switch to roam and pause it. So now residential users can enjoy standby mode for $5 a month, and again, it keeps you connected. So if you are having, remote security cameras or stuff like that, they will be online, albeit kind of slow, while you are away from that location. Another change you may not have noticed is that Starlink eliminated the roam 10 gigabyte plan. This plan just came out in March, so it's kind of odd that Starlink has already eliminated this plan. And while it's not a ton of data, there were probably some users that were happy to have this plan. If you are a part-time user, maybe once a week and going out with your Starlink, this might have been a great plan for you. If you had a remote cabin and you wanted to keep video surveillance or something, 10 gigabytes of high-speed data was probably plenty to keep you connected for that month at only $10 a month. But if you are currently not on this plan, you will see that this is no longer a choice in the plan options to choose.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoy mobile internet related content, that is what we focus on here on the YouTube channel. So please consider subscribing, and you can hit that notification bell to get alerted when we come out with a new video. Also, feel free to leave a comment below. We do read all of our comments. And if you want a lot more in-depth information on mobile internet, consider clicking over to our website. That's where the bulk of our content is. So we encourage you to do that. Again, thanks for watching.
Now, if you are currently on the roam 10 gigabyte plan, we expect that Starlink is going to transition users off this plan into the new standby plan for $5 a month. While Starlink did not alert in the email that they were going to be eliminating this plan, it's very unlike Starlink to grandfather people into plans. So expect if you are on the roam 10 gigabyte plan right now and it's currently active, you will probably transition to the new standby plan at your next billing cycle. So for some good news with Starlink, if you are in the market for a Starlink standard dish, they are currently on sale for 50% off their regular price. The normal price is $349, so now they're only $175. You can purchase the Starlink standard dish from Starlink directly or from any of their approved third-party retailers for $175. There are no commitments to getting this price. It's available for residential and roam users, and there's no minimum commitment that you must, have a plan for a certain amount of time. You can just purchase the dish and get this price. Another promotion that Starlink currently has going on is that they are discounting their residential light service where available from $80 a month to $65 a month. So residential light service is Starlink service deprioritized just like Roam, except it's residential service with a fixed address. And for some users that are okay not having the higher priority, they have been able to enjoy cheaper residential service. And that is now for new customers available with a $15 a month discount for up to 1 year. Now, in those same areas that residential light service is available, if you would prefer to have the higher regular Starlink residential service, that is also discounted from $120 a month down to $99 a month. Now, again, this is not available everywhere. In fact, this is only going to be available where Starlink has extra capacity to offer the Starlink residential light service or the regular residential at a discounted price. If you are in a normal residential use area, you're going to see services still $120 a month. And if you're in an area that has high utilization or even high congestion, you could end up even having to pay up to $1,000 a one-time fee to join residential service in those areas. This is not obviously much of a benefit to nomadic users, but if you are looking for Starlink in these areas, you can see if it applies to your address and take advantage of that. So once again, Starlink has made some pretty significant changes affecting thousands of users, especially Roam users, and how they pause their service. We want to hear from you in the comments how this is going to affect you. Obviously, probably most people are not happy about having to pay $5 a month just to keep their Starlink on standby. So is this going to change the way you use Starlink? There may be some people out there that don't mind the $5 a month standby because they can take advantage of the low speed data. And if you are going to take advantage of it, we'd love to also hear what ways that's going to work for you. As always, thanks for watching.
These videos are brought to you by our premium members, our mobile internet aficionados. They make it possible for us to track this news and create these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, or better yet, consider becoming a member yourself.